And how children learn language. This is very important to understand. Learning language and learning the world, whatever learning children do, there is a fantastic similarity. And I call whatever we saw just now metaphor in action, because we normally think of metaphor in language only, that how comparison based on similarity is made. Now, I've just showed you how this happens in the real world. So in language, it's very important to understand language, because language is what is confusing us all the time, because we assume that this is what knowledge is all about. I'm telling this is just description of knowledge. It is not knowledge. And so what is the use, Again, I'm just bringing it back, reminding literates learn the word, illiterates learn the word. So there are two types of languages. What experiential language is what illiterate people use, because the world and the word are integrated here. Mental language is of literates, where the words are devoid of experience. And one statement I'm making is that senses has access to the world, whereas mind has access to language. How children learn language? So Bangalore slums children learn 4 to 5 languages by the time they reach 4 years. No teaching at all. And whichever language you learn, the experience is the same. So the mango that they eat is same, even though it is called manga, mango, tango, congo, you call whatever name, but the experience is the same. So the children are learning these 4 languages in the context of same experience. So the most important lessons in this is that conscious memory is not needed. There is no effort in learning. Something called organic memory is there. Reasoning is not done at all. We learn by self-organization. Implicit knowledge of grammar gets embedded without effort. So this is something that is absolutely has no role in our modern paradigm of education. And how children learn language is that adults provide the word, children hear as it as sound only, and experience, meaning gets created in experience. And the distortion happens when adults provide meaning itself. So body and experience is removed from the process, autonomy is killed. So mind creates a linguistic world and distorts experience, So one simple example, a small child is calling pa as water. And when he was taken to the sea, he got fascinated and made this. He extended his hands and told pa boo with extended hands. So this is a whole sentence in which pa is water, boo is the sound of the waves, the extended hand meant hugeness, So there is a very clear process that the child develop, takes on to understand, to create knowledge, to connect the world and the word in a very organic way. So how physiologically they are connecting each word, that is what is important. How experience is always grounded when in real learning, and then how does that connect with the word. So PP is vehicle, 4-wheelers are bada PP, ships, this is all bada PP. And whenever he sees traffic, he keeps on doing PP. And slowly the notion of quantity arises in a child. This is another very interesting thing, how children create category. So this child saw a flying peacock. So the child told it is kaka. And then that same peacock got down and started walking. And the child told this is kuta, the same peacock. So the child was creating the first category that all flying ones are called kaka, where that is the first encounter with kaka, which flies. And all walking ones are kuta for this child. So this is very interesting how children develop, along with the real world, from the experience, how do they create categories, how do they create adjectives, So these categories are abstracted from experience that they arise out of sensory experience, of hearing, seeing, smelling, all that. So even without language, this process is going on. Because when somebody, experiences mango and then another fruit, banana, and, as opposed to some vegetables, there is clearly a distinction that the senses are making. All this belongs to sweetness. And all this belongs to non-sweetness, And this is actually, this whole categorization is based on experience, not on language. So when children learn language in a natural way, they retain the integrity of the mind and body. And the world and the word are integrated in this process. So when children learn to speak, what it actually means is that they are articulating their understanding of the world. And their language cannot be separated from experience itself. And the experience of the world integrates with the language, and the language he uses expresses to articulate. Sorry, this is yeah.